Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Norn9, and we are at the end of Itsuki's route. We are going to get our happy ending. And yeah, we were just trapped in a dream. And the thing is I'm really kind of curious as to what's going on and why he did that. Because obviously he did something that took our barriers down. Because he said sorry to her that night. They, rolled around in his sheets a little. But then when the ship got attacked, he said something to Sakuya like it's done or whatever. So like I'm curious. It has something to do with obviously what Sakuya saw in his new vision. And Itsuki trapping us in a dream. I'm thinking to try to protect her. I don't think it was done maliciously. I don't know. Maybe he's got a little Toma in him. But and here's me, God damn it, Toma, locking us in a cage. And this, she's literally like, you locked me in a cage. And I'm like, yeah, but I mean, it's not. Like, I am still like, Itsuki, why would you do this? I love you, Itsuki, and you just did this, and you're just like, that's not cool, yo. Like, you had me until this moment. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm really hoping he's gonna turn around and be like, okay, we forgive you. Instead of being like, oh man, you ruined it. I still think he's precious and pretty, and I still love him a little bit, but I'm really curious as to the motivation about this. So we're gonna find out and see how our happy ending turns out. So anyway, panting, waking up her dream. Spacey, Sakuya, you're finally awake. I'm glad. Really, you had something to do with this, though. I'm just saying. And this is back on the ship. Where is Itsuki? Sakuya, where is Itsuki? Please, take me to Itsuki. Oh god, he's not dead, is he? Sakuya took me outside the room. That's when I saw the ship. It was a far cry from what I remembered. The road that was supposed to be orderly was fractured. Trees were toppled all over. The well only had a little water in it. Some rooms were safe, but most of the central rooms were destroyed. You don't remember? The ship was attacked by enemies. The whole thing fell to earth. Ron is nowhere to be found. Oh god. Many people were injured. The person who was hurt the worst. Itsuki, he's unconscious. That's why he locked us in a dream. Because we must have passed out. He locked us in a dream because he can't... Oh my god. That's going to be our tragic love ending. It's going to be he's dead. His face was drained of all color. His stomach was wrapped in bandages that bore discoloration from what looked like blood. Because he can't wake up. That's why he locked us in a dream. And that's why he keeps flicking in and out. Because at some point he's going to disappear because he's going to die. Oh no! Okay, see, this is a really good reason for pulling a Toma and locking us in a dream cage. I'm okay with this. Oh no. Am I still dreaming? His eyes didn't move an inch, but he had a calm expression on his face. Spacey! Let's leave these two alone right now. Okay. You know what's really... Oh my god. Yes, he's gonna die protecting us. That's what Sakuya saw. It's exactly what he fucking saw. But why in the world would he have taken our barriers down? Because he did something. He's like, I'm sorry. Or unless he was apologizing for the fact that he was going to die. But it seems like... And our barriers could have fallen because we were... I don't know. Anyway. Itsuki's injuries were the worst of anyone. His biggest injury was the one on his stomach. It looks like he's lost a lot of blood. Even with all that, he tried his best to show me a dream as long as he was living. I took it to heart to tend his injuries, believing that he would awaken one day. This is not a happy ending! That would be 100% how the tragic love ending ends. You cannot... No, he has got to wake his fucking ass up. You cannot... No, fuck you. Like, this is not how this is going to end. With him dying. You can't bamboozle me like that, game. Toya went to speak to the world to bring us in. We'll wait for that and then we'll move. I wonder how long Masamune will take. He said he'd be back in 3 days. 3 days? Kakami's injury is healed quite a bit. Don't worry about it so much. You're right. Fortunately, we had a decent stock of food and medicine. The ship was totally wrecked, but some of the rooms were in decent shape. As long as Masamune returns with a messenger from the world, we should be alright. Even so, I am still feeling pretty uneasy, and the reason is... I know the reason. It's because Itsuki is still not awake. What if he never wakes up? That would be the tragic love ending. You can't do this to me. I really do not want to think like that, but all of my thoughts gradually turn negative. I can see the appeal of hiding in a dream when there's suffering like this in reality. I would try to keep my sanity every time I saw Itsuki in a dream. Itsuki... That moment, a breeze blew from somewhere. The smell of greens rode on the wind and floated across the room. Odd. Is there a window open somewhere? This is... An opaque piece of paper glided to the floor. I recognized the notepad markings. Is this from my writing pad? Wait, this is Itsuki's letter. The letter that he wrote to me. Oh good, we get to read it! After he wrote this, Itsuki kissed me, and then he trapped himself in his room. So much has happened recently that I'd forgotten all about it. Itsuki's letter began with an undecorated row of words. At this point, Itsuki was speaking to me without any more false pretenses. Those words he spoke touched my heart and caused tears to flow. You say things like this, but why would you show me a dream like that? You think that showing a side of yourself like you did in this note would make you look uncool? Idiot. No one would ever think a guy like you was cool no matter how you acted. Wait, did she say uncool or cool? Wait. Yeah. Stupid. So stupid. Oh, look, his eyes are open! I was like waiting for her to be like, God damn it, you're an idiot. He'd be like, hey, what's up? Oh. It's true, I don't want people to think I'm uncool. But the main reason was because I didn't want to see the girl I love crying. Itsuki! He's gonna die in the bad ending, you know it. I'm still alive. I thought I was a goner. Of course you are. Is that right? And the future must have changed a little bit then. What? No, it's nothing. I'm just glad that you're okay, Spacey. I'm sorry. It's my fault that I couldn't put up a barrier. If I would have been able to, none of this would have happened. No, it's not your fault. It was my fault. It's not like I was underestimating things. I just thought that maybe my plan had a chance, and it would kill him. Itsuki, what are you talking about? He's gonna... You better talk about Ron, not Tsukuya. I heard the door opening, and I did not really think it was odd that nobody knocked. I had no real reason to suspect anything was amiss. I wonder who it is. I will check. God, it's Ron. Spacey, don't go. What? It was Ron. I knew it. He's like, I thought it was going to kill him. He was hoping it would kill Ron. Fuck! He was nowhere to be seen during all the commotion. And now here he was, as if nothing had happened. Ron, everyone was looking for you. Where have you been? Ah, Kagami, you're alive. Well, it was a struggle. I think I was in limbo for a while there. Is that so? It probably would have been better if you had just died. What? How could you say that? Run! Who are you again? Oh, yeah, you're that non-Esper girl. Why does he know that I cannot use my power right now? Did someone tell him? And Natsuhiko said not only did he want your power, but also the purple-haired girls, too. Purple-haired girl? You mean Nanami? Oh, yeah, that's right, Nanami! That's not the deal. You said you wouldn't lay a hand on the girls. Yeah, so that's why, before I had to scrap our contract, it would have been better if you had died. What are you saying? Why would you want Itsuki to be dead? What is wrong with you, Ron? Spacey, the traitor, it was Ron. Traitor? You're talking about how those walls got jacked up and the trees got knocked over? Traitor's kind of harsh for that. I didn't really do anything of real significance. I didn't do anything of real significance. Ron was the traitor? It was not out of the question, but for some reason I had never really considered Ron as a possible culprit. Because he's never around! This is the most he's spoken in any path in the game. He literally has 3 lines, so... I was trusting in Heishi's power to read people. Do you have any concerns in regards to Ron and Itsuki? Not exactly. There's nothing about Ron that worries me. I don't ever feel any malice from him at all. It's like he's an animal. He doesn't really seem concerned about anything at all. He's really not. He has no emotion, so it doesn't... I mean... When you put it that way, it seems like Ron is a pretty good person. Sort of, but... Itsuki's being a bit weird. I feel like he's brooding over something. Conned into helping Ron. Nothing that worried him about Ron. Was Heishi lying to me? Was he in league with Ron? No. Heishi is Itsuki's friend. He would not allow Itsuki to have to go through something like this. I understand that you think I'm in the way. In any case, we also want to avoid getting Nanami killed. Oh, so you understand. Even so, I'm not going to die that easily. Besides, if you wanted to kill me, then we wouldn't even be talking in the first place. That's right. I'm a stand-up guy, and I'm a man of my word. I'm bringing you a good proposal here. In 3 days, Natsuhiko's planning to sneak onto the ship. He's going to steal the powers he wants and kill any unnecessary espers. So if you want to live, before that happens, all you have to do is not be here when that happens. We're going to take Nanami even if we have to do so with force, so no worries. But she'll be alive. Just like the contract, the contract says, right? That doesn't sound like a good proposal. Why is that? If you use the others as bait, you guys can get away clean. No worries. How dare you! I cannot believe you could even talk about treating people like that! What he said was unforgivable. Talking about killing his friends that he thought were unnecessary, even joking about it. We've been together on the ship for a long time. This is how he thought of everyone? In my rage, I hurled a book at him. Did he steal my power? You blocked it with a barrier? Oh, well, that's what's happening. Everything else is up to you. What's going on? How did Ron make a barrier? Because I gave Ron the power. Giving a power? There's no way. Why? Why would you do that? And how? I'm sorry. If I had my power, you wouldn't have had to get hurt. I could have protected you. Ron told me that he was seriously going to kill you and take Nanami. You were being threatened? Yes. He doesn't have powers, but he has tricks that he can use to fight people who do have powers. You probably know more about that than I do, though. Is he referring to the gun that man had? When Ron knew we had someone who had an attack-type power, he couldn't do anything. But he claims he can kill espers who have powers that aren't attacking powers. I figured that I had to do something. From there, Ron agreed to make a trade with me. If I let him have your barrier power, then he wouldn't kill you. You should have said something. If you would have told me, I would have helped. You were a hostage. He had the power of the barrier, but it wasn't perfect. If they struck at your weak point, it'd be over. So, that tree falling, and you trying to stop the search for the traitor, you were behind all that. At first I was looking for an esper who had an attack power. I walked through everybody's dreams, but I didn't find any clues. I scrambled as I started to run out of time. I didn't have an answer, so my conclusion was that I had to kill Ron. Kill Ron? That would be impossible. You have no way of dealing with his devices. Yeah, it was a risky situation, but it wasn't hopeless. I at least had a chance of success. I tried to sell my powers numerous times, although when I tried, all of them just started bleeding and they died. Huh. Non-espers dying when they are given powers. When espers use powers, it gives us fatigue, or takes some kind of physical toll on us. Maybe there's a certain amount of ability or some kind of aptitude that a person needs in order to use powers. I figured to a normal person, a power must be like poison. so I took a chance that giving Ron the power would also kill him. But Ron didn't die. Yes, I was pretty surprised. I saw so many other people die in the past, but not him. Ron was as energetic as ever. He might be some kind of monster. When you put it that way, you make it seem like all people who use powers are monsters. I didn't really mean it like that. In the end, my theory was wrong. I gave the enemy a power, and now I'm here. I'm sorry. Oh, you did the wrong thing. You were stupid. But I kind of understand your thought process, but you're still stupid. Itsuki bowed his head. I stood up after being unable to speak a word. What Itsuki did may not have been the smartest choice, but he was definitely able to avoid the worst possible outcome. After all, this is all Ron's fault. If Itsuki did not do something, Ron might have just killed everyone. True, he would have. I mean, that was his goal. But still, knowing that I no longer have a power made me sad. I missed it. It felt like a piece of me was no longer there. However, now I no longer have the ability to protect a large group of people. And that's right. All the training and practice, all the work I was doing because I was scared that I would not be able to protect everyone. I never have to worry about that again. What a terrible person I am. I'm actually feeling relieved right now. Tears rolled down my face. Whether they were tears of sadness or tears I could not actually... Whether they were tears of sadness or tears of happiness, I could not actually say. What is with the missing words? If I was being honest, I would say that losing my powers made me feel more relieved than saddened. Spacey, you're now an ordinary girl. I fell to my knees and continued crying while Itsuki held my hand. That girl lost her power, and now she can be released from her future. We knew there was no way we could use everybody as bait. Itsuki and I spoke to Kakeru about Ron. Even though we knew that enemies were coming, we could not simply leave everyone else here and abandon them to die. We did not know what would come first, Masamune's arrival or the enemy assault. So it was vital that anyone who had an attack power stay. And that's the thing, because he said 3 days, and you're like, Masamune will be back in 3 days. Convenient. Masamune's going to come back with the whirlwind. It's going to be this, yeah. However, after we informed Kakeru, he said that it would be pointless for anyone who didn't have an attack power, like Heishi, to stay aboard. Then that means that Sakuya should leave as well. I'm not certain what type of powers the others have. The only ones who can fight are Kakeru and I'm not really certain who else. If there was an offensive power user among the others, the whole situation would change. According to Itsuki, there is definitely someone on board who has a strong power like that. Ron knew about them, and that was the reason he had to make a trade with Itsuki instead of just doing what he wanted. We can only hope that this person shows themselves and steps forward. It'll be 3 days until Masamune returns. I wonder if information is being leaked. Now, if that was the case, they'd be attacking before that. Either way, this is a result of my poor decisions. I'm sorry to everyone. That's definitely true. If it was me, I would have done things better. No, you wouldn't have. You would have got mind controlled by Daddy, you little son of a bitch. Shut up. This would all be over. Oh, some people would have been sacrificed. So when you look at it like that, it's probably best that Itsuki did the trade-off. He's the only one who ended up hurt after all. Kakeru's like, I would have saved myself and fucked the rest of you. Well, anyway, I'll be leaving now. I can't fight with these injuries, and I don't want to get in the way for the rest of you. I'm going too. That reminds me, you don't have your power anymore now. Yes, I cannot protect everyone here now, so I'll leave with Itsuki. You got a pretty pleased look on your face, even though you just got your power taken away. I thought you'd go insane. Insane? Why would you think I would do that? I figured you were the type that thought their power was their everything, you know? Actually, he pretty much hit the nail on the head. I always thought that I would be of no use to anyone without my power. But not anymore. Can't you take it easy on her, please? She's actually quite sensitive. So lay off. Hey, it's true. All right. If you're going, make it quick. It'll be a hassle if everyone else finds out. Got it. Let's go. And this is where I part ways with everyone else. I am sad, but there is nothing to be done. Without saying goodbye to anyone but Kakeru, we both fled the ship. The forest at night was dark and still. It was so quiet we could hear birds calling from far away. If we keep walking this way, we will reach the city. We should try not to strain ourselves and take it slow. I don't have the time for that. 3 days is going to pass real quick, you know? We don't know that Ram was telling the truth either. We need to try and avoid making your injury worse. We should try and take it easy. Okay. Oh, is it? Sequoia, what are you doing here? I was seeing the future. The future? Sequoia grabbed Itsuki's shoulder, and then he whispered something in his ear. You better fucking tell me! If you ever make her cry, I swear I'm going to castrate you. Oh, Sequoia. Still with the threats. All the way to the very end. I know already. Spacey, take care. After saying those words, Sequoia just left. Rather than saying farewell to me, it seems like he had business to finish with Itsuki. What were you two talking about? Well, you know, something. Since when did you two start getting close? Whoa now. I'm very bad with people like Saku. Really? I don't get along with people who have pretty faces, had a great childhood, and who can do anything. I just don't really fit well with perfect people like that. Huh. I really cannot find any flaws in Sakuya. Whatever you teach him, he immediately learns. He is skilled with his hands, smart, and he is very calm. Pretty much everyone gets along with him. Tsuki's face is like, yeah, that's why. He and I have been close since we were kids, so my sense of beauty is wrong. When anyone told me I was beautiful, I just compared myself with Sakuya. Are you finished? I get it already. What? Don't go praising other guys like that. You're gonna make me super jealous. Hey, you were the one that kept telling me that I should stick with Sakuya, right? Stop. If you keep going, you're going to make me want to punch myself in the face. If you did that with your current wounds, it would pretty much be suicide. Come on. Okay. We started to walk again. Our first goal is to get through this forest safely. I wonder how long this forest goes. It shouldn't be that bad. I'm sure we'll get through it quickly. And there you go with your lies again. It's not a lie. I really believe. I believe that while I'm with you, everything will be all right. We'll continue our dream once we reach the city. What are you talking about? What? Stop acting like you don't know. You're not so innocent anymore. I know you took our innocence. Huh? You pig! If I think about that, all my pain just goes away. It's much better than any anesthesia. Come on, let's talk about fun things to ease my terrible pain. First thing, let's see. Let's talk about where you like to be kissed. I don't know. We're gonna have to find out. So, where do you like it? Tell me. That's when she's like, well, see, I haven't been kissed all that much, so I guess we're gonna have to find out. You're gonna have to kiss me everywhere and figure that out. He'd fall the fuck over. He'd be like, and I'm dead. We would literally kill him if we said that. Can you not talk about such weird things right now? I will just leave you here if you cannot behave. Oh, ow. Such pain. Very hurt. I might die from the pain. I don't think I'll be able to wake up for... It feels like 3 days. Itsuki just crouched in place. I clenched my fist. If he was not injured, I would definitely punch him in the face right now. Kisses should only be on the cheek or mouth. You liar. What about when I was kissing you all over? Like on your chest or on your thighs? I mean, we're getting a little graphic! So, which of those did you like most? I lost my ability to speak, and my lips trembled. I thought for a while and relaxed my shoulders. I am never going to forgive him for this. Come on, say it. Lips. Aww. Our happy ending CG. I am quickly covered by his warm hands and lips. This warmth that I felt was happiness. The sweet scent is proof that I'm being embraced by the one I love. I love you. Let's stay together forever. A quiet forest. The chirping from the distant birds underscores how undisturbed by humanity this forest is. I decide to stay in his warm embrace as long as I hear the birds chirping. I close my eyes. Let's take a break around here. You must be tired, huh? You okay? I'm totally fine. It is you that I'm worried about. I'm fine. That kiss did wonders for my health. Idiot. Lean on me and get your rest. We'll probably be walking until morning. We have been walking continuously since we left the ship. It might be wise to rest now. Itsuki probably has it much worse, especially with that serious wound. Is there anything I can do to ease his pain? I am not sure if it'll be comfortable to sleep on, but... What? La? Lap. You want me to use your lap as a pillow? Ugh, that escalated quickly. He's way too excited about this. Girl, I think it's so funny because they already had that. You slept with him and now she's like, lap is a pillow. I mean, she's like, okay, I still feel awkward about it. It's still adorable though. Well, I must say that it's quite the attractive offer, but don't strain yourself. This forest seems bigger than I first thought. Can I take you up on that offer another time? There will be no other time. This is your first and last chance, liar. What? Why are you being so modest all of a sudden? You either want to, or you do not. Just make a choice. Well, if you put it that way, I'm gonna have to take advantage of this once-in-a-lifetime chance. Itsuki laid his head on my lap as he held his injured stomach. With his face so close to mine, I started to feel embarrassment well up. Wow, so this is what your lap feels like. I feel like the luckiest guy in the world. It's so funny because it's like they haven't had sex. I mean, I'm sure she still feels awkward about that. Because it's like, but eventually, I hope you get over it. Like oh my god, putting his head in my lap. I mean, after what you've done, girl. But, you know, I understand her after that time being like, oh my god, but like, oh, you know, being a little bit awkward about it still. It's not like it's the 5 millionth time it's like 3 years into the relationship and she's still awkward about the head in the lap thing. I'd be like, oh my god, get over it. But, hey, stop moving your head around. Sorry, I'm just trying to enjoy my last chance to experience this amazing feeling. I did not realize how heavy a human head was until there. It was not uncomfortable. I felt the weight of his complete trust in me as he left himself in my hands. I realized just how defenseless he is with his eyes closed. It was strange. Tsuki is so much older than I am, but he seems so cute and adorable right now. Pet him. I guess I will let you do this again. Really? I never lie. I'm not so sure about that. In fact, I think you lie far more often than I do. Are you saying I have lied to you before? You know what? I'll just move on and enjoy my rest here a bit. Okay. I wonder if Masamune has returned yet. He should make it on time, right? He'll be fine. No average human could stand against his power. Besides, there is a fire esper with him. Fire? Apparently, he's super strong. The strongest in the entire world, supposedly. Who is it? I have no idea. But even your barrier won't work against his fire, I've heard. I felt like I was being brushed off. From the way he said it, it definitely sounded like Itsuki had no real idea about this fire esper. I wonder if he had heard that from Ron. Ron definitely does not know who holds that power, though. If he knew that, he would have tried to kill them instead of targeting me. I was curious about it, but then I realized that it might be better if I never knew. And so, I put it out of my mind. In any case, we got a lot of hard work to do on our side. You don't have your power now. The world won't be giving you orders anymore. But there's also probably not going to give you any type of assistance either. Of course, I'll still protect you. Though I guess that doesn't make you feel all that safe right now. You've already protected me enough. Both my life and my happiness. Have I really? Yes. That's a long end. Snore, snooze. I'm going to die. Hey, you should stop with the bad jokes, Saku. I know about your future. You were supposed to save Miss and then die. I think it's great that you're able to avoid death. However, I'd like it more if I weren't dying instead. And this is only a prediction. It's something that she definitely cannot know, but I think that death is the end of your future as long as you're with her. What do you mean? We've always thought that if I avoided liking anyone, then I would avoid death. That's why she avoided me. And it's why I never allowed myself to get close to her either. I have special feelings for her, but they're not romantic. Lies. Lies, Manelli. That's a lie. It's not a lie. That's not what it looks like to me. As a person who's always been protected and has a doomed future, I have no right to drag her down with me. The fact that she's always pushing herself to protect everyone with her barrier is my fault. But now things are different, right? Now, I think that she's actually the dangerous one. I think that whoever cares for her the most will end up giving up his life to protect her. In order to protect her, you need to be by her side. The reason my future changed is because she chose you. Chose me. Because that person she wanted to protect the most changed. Lately, we've been getting attacked, so she pushes her body to the limit using her power to try and protect you and everyone else. The enemy will find an opening to attack her. When they do, you'll take the hit for her. Her life will be saved, but yours will be lost. After that, she'll never face any dangerous situations that will endanger her life. So, what you're saying is that Miss is going to lose her dearest person right before her eyes. Isn't watching someone die protecting her the thing that she fears the most? Itsuki, just because her life is saved doesn't mean that her happiness will be saved too. She'll live with guilt for the rest of her life. She's being worshipped as a goddess, but she's just a girl. And she's brave and hardworking, but she's still a normal girl. There's one possible method. A method where no one dies and she stays protected. But the possibility of success is low. If there's anything but a 0% chance, I'll do it. Are you really going to live with that blame on your head? Yeah, lay it on me. You're strong. Though I already know that you'd give me an immediate answer. It's something that I could never do. However, just seeing how different you are from myself, you just might be able to make this work. If I can use this to keep her happy, I'll do whatever it takes. Snooze, snore. Hey! Stop messing up my name. You're clumsy, and you're terrible at lying, but... Oh, you are. It's supposed to, like, yee? You're lying to yourself pretty well, saying you're not miserable or in pain. The amazing thing about you is that you can actually end up changing those lies into truth. But you won't have to strain yourself like that anymore. You won't have to obey anyone's orders ever again. You don't have to sacrifice yourself to save the lives of many anymore. I think that's what Sakuya was talking about. Take her power away, and then you won't have to die for her because she won't have those powers. You won't need to intervene in deadly conflicts, because that's how Sakuya died. Because she was using her powers and everything and, like, being Wonder Woman. You've been turned into a normal girl, and so I'll protect you from now on. Both your life and your happiness. As the wind blew, the forest rustled and the leaves fell. It was as if they were hiding the two and shielding them from any harm. While embraced by the forest in the night, the two fell soundly asleep. Do we have everything we need? We're not missing anything? No, I think we got everything. I can carry this stuff. It's okay. I can hold this and your hand. Fishmo. Oh, you, the married couple. Husband and wife need fish for a healthy life. Come on in, there's some good stuff here. Married couple? Hey, Spacey, he means us. What? We are not married. Do you have any recommendations, sir? I was so not his voice, whatever. Everything I sell is the finest quality, but this is the best. Some nice fatty salmon. Was at the top pick of the market this morning. Hey, it's salmon. You like salmon, right? It costs too much for our budget. Remember our goals? Yes, our goal is to have a wedding ceremony. That's important. But if we have to deny ourselves all the things that make us happy, it's like putting the cart before the horse. You have a point. Sir, 2 slices of the salmon, please. Coming right up. I guess it cannot be helped. Also, you don't have to have a giant wedding ceremony. You can still get married and live happily ever after with a small, tiny thing. Since we safely traversed the forest, we had lived in a nearby town. My daily routine would consist of waiting for Itsuki to return from work, and on our weekend we would spend time together shopping and going out like this. That's so adorable. Does he work in a brothel? Is he a man whore? What does he do? He's like, I got no talents. Actually, he probably does. Well, it was not quite as smooth as or stress-free as the dream I had of our life together. Being together in both suffering and happiness strengthened and deepened our bonds. It's still just beautiful because they're just living happy, normal lives. I am perfectly happy living this life with Itsuki, but there was still one thing that concerned me. I stare at the straight road, and the forest where the ship crashed. What are you looking at? I wonder where everybody else is. Once Itsuki had healed, we went back to the ship, but we found no traces of anyone's whereabouts, nor did we find any traces of the ship itself. Well, at least you know the world took it. You don't know if the world got there first. It feels like that whole thing was a dream. Like the ship did not even exist. It had gone back to being nothing but forest. Some higher-ups probably moved the ship, and Kakeru probably fixed the forest. It's okay. I'm sure everyone's fine. There's no way those guys would die that easily. We're just gonna leave it open-ended and us not know? Oh god. Please don't give me that look. Any day now, Heishi's gonna drop by to say hi, and everyone will be here too. I wonder if they'll be able to figure out where we are. And this is the city closest to the forest, but it is still a big city. Would they find us? Of course they would. Well, maybe we just fill our house with nonstop laughter. Whenever they reach our town, they'll hear the sound of our laughter and they'll know exactly where to find us. I am not the type who laughs out loud like that. What are you talking about? I love the way you look when you're laughing out loud. Well, I can't really imagine you laughing with your mouth wide open, but if that's the case, our kids can help with the laughter. As he says that, he sits down in his place. He looks at my belly and beams a huge smile. I knew it! When she was like looking off into the distance to the forest, and I was like, oh god, she's not pregnant, is she? I don't know why my brain was like, oh dear god, we're gonna have this weird, like, she's pregnant. Hey there. There is nobody home, idiot. Oh god, is he looking at her? Okay, I was like, good god, is she fucking pregnant? Ouch! Itsuki rubbed his head to ease the pain of being punched. He stands and looks at the sky. I literally, like, my brain was like, we're not gonna have this moment where she's like, oh, I rubbed my pregnant belly. Like, I seriously, my brain literally went there. And then when he did it, I was like, what the fuck? No, I hate it when games do that. Like, look, I know that's like typical girl fantasy, like, oh, romance, we're gonna get married and have babies, but I fucking hate it when games do that to me. Look, I want my happy ending with my little Prince Charming, but I do not want any fucking babies in this mix. Don't do that to me. Don't ruin shit like that. Okay, it's only happened once in a game. Like, but it was still like, damn it! Fucking ruined it! I want babies ruining my happy ending. You don't give me my man harem. Don't chuck your babies at me. Anyway. When we were on the ship, I was talking to Hay about how we both wanted families. Fun, happy, loving families. I mean, although I think for Itsuki that is kind of adorable, because he probably had like a broken child. I mean, he lived in a brothel house. His mother was probably a prostitute, whatever. He probably didn't have the childhood that he wanted or thinks that you should have. And I just think that if you, in the context, you'd be like, oh, he'd probably like do everything to make sure his kids were like happy and like had a normal life. Oh, that would actually be kind of cute. Still, I don't want babies in my game, but when I'd wake up, the person I love would be next to me. And when I come home, she'd welcome me back. I'm so happy right now. And that this isn't a dream. It's my reality. Look at him, he's so precious! Yeah. Dear. I had a certain text. A letter that I had memorized from corner to corner. If I talk about the weather, this will seem out of season later, so I'll cut it, because what I write is something that will never change. Spacey, your relentless focus and drive, your stubborn spirit, your lack of willingness to say your true feelings. She's reciting his letter to him? I've been annoyed by these things many, many, many times. Wait a minute. When did you read that? And when did you have the time to memorize it? I found it when you were injured. Look at him blushing! Oh, he's so precious! Oh, is that... Are your cheeks red? My, how rare! Of course I'm blushing. Damn it! I thought that it would have gotten lost or destroyed. Unfortunately for you, it was carefully tucked away in the back of the drawer, saved from any harm. Itsuki's face had turned almost entirely red from his massive embarrassment. His normal composure had completely fled. Oh, I don't know anything. When I wrote this, I thought it would be way less embarrassing to write it down rather than say it out loud. And that's not the case at all. I'm really sweating here. The words that you wrote, have your feelings changed at all since then? No, nothing has changed. Well, then you should probably start working on what you wrote. Oh, you want to go home and work on making babies? I'm sure he's okay with that. But the wedding needs to come first. We should do these things in the proper order. Aww. We're still outside, you know. People are going to see us. I love you, Spacey. And thank you for becoming part of my family. Hey, do you love me? My mouth kept opening and closing from having my emotions shift so rapidly. Itsuki would probably run away if I screamed that this was the main street at him. He's not really the type of person that forces others to do things. But now I understand that he cannot be the only one to express their feelings in this relationship. I promised that I would not be passive anymore. I slowly began to say the words. I love you. I want to be with you forever, too. Aw, look at the joy. Yeah, I'll take care of you forever. I'm sure there will be many hardships for the two of us to overcome from this point forward. But the reason I can keep moving on and think of the future in a positive light is because he's here. We'll keep moving forward, together, as we take each other by the hand. Aww. Oh. If I talk about the weather, this will seem out of season later, so I'll cut it. We actually get to read the whole letter! I'm, like, not going to read it in his voice, because that will, like... Because what I write is something that will never change. Your relentless focus and drive, your stubborn spirit, your lack of willingness to say your feelings, the way you accuse me of joking all the time. I've been annoyed by these things many, many, many times. If we ever end up having a kid together, I hope that kid grows up just like you did. Someone who can bring happiness to others the way you do. I think that if they're able to make someone else happy, it'll make them happy too. It's probably a better way than giving people fantasies. After all, a dream can't make anyone happy when they see it all alone. As I realized all these things, I started to feel like my power was worthless. I just want to get off this ship and end this mission so I can live with you. I love you. Oh. Oh my god, it's not the end! There's an after! There hasn't been an after in a lot of these. I feel like some didn't have an after. Right? It's weird. What? You're still reading it? Why do you care? It belongs to me anyway. And that's true, but why do you keep rereading that old note when I'm right here saying sweet things to you right now? Because I like the things written in here, and your pretty handwriting. Huh. Your words are so strange. I hear them in my head so much clearer than even voices. That's probably because you're so into me. I remember everything. How I was not your type, how you felt sorry for me, or when you tried to tell me to be with Sakuya, or I would be alone forever. I do feel guilty about that. I said a lot of cruel things to you, and we sure did argue a lot. I've never had to argue with a girl before. My technique was to be kind to girls, but you were different. How was I different? Well, I treat you nicely and spoil you, but you wouldn't listen to me at all. Oh, I know. Yes, I'm selfish. I'm the worst because I was mean to you because you wouldn't play along. I never said that. Of course, it hurt when you first told me those things, but I am really happy now. Happy. After I was so cruel to you. Have you always been such a masochist? Masochist? As someone who gets pleasure from being tormented. It's fine if you are. I don't mind giving you what you like. I'm more of a sadist anyways. Why don't we give it a try? It was a joke! Please unclench your fists. I'm just never going to be able to have a serious conversation with you, am I? I'm sorry. I couldn't take having my past sins shown to me. I told you, I never said they were faults. I was saying that I'm glad that we were able to talk and argue with each other back then. Bad things are bad and faults are faults. I'm glad that I have someone who's willing to point those things out for me. At first, I had a hard time taking it all in, but I slowly began understanding. I want to update Saku on your growth, but I feel like he'd hate hearing about it from me. You do not need to give him any updates. Girls are like flowers. What I once saw as a small bud has suddenly blossomed and is full of vibrant color. You better not say we wither quickly, too. The flowers don't just wither and die. When flowers sprout, they simply leave their seeds. Even when Earth itself starts to wither away, or if a god decided to end all life, we must continue to leave our seeds behind. Whoa, 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 that is a really inappropriate way to talk about this. I know what you're about to go to, buddy. Wow, gross. But I don't think seeds are only for life. I think it includes many things. Dreams, hopes, ideals, and kindness. Okay, that's a little bit better because you're talking about, like, we leave our seeds behind. Okay, that's just gross. Okay, you weren't going there, but it sounded gross. There's no need to become something else. No need to try and be someone else. You should try and burden yourself with... You should try and burden yourself with more than that. You should try and burden yourself with more than that. Huh. Our role in life is to just spread our seeds, so I think that every man and woman should just try to make sure they fulfill that duty. Again, how was that? I tried to make serious conversation. It just feels restless. Right? It's not really my thing. But I like it a lot. I've always wanted to take on so many things, but maybe I should have just been simpler. I see. I think even understanding why you were so into romance a bit now. You were following what you thought your role on the Earth was. Well, actually, I just really like girls. 90% of my life is following my desires, and the other 10% is rapidly justifying myself. You always have to add something unnecessary at the end. But you like that aspect of me too, don't you? Idiot. Yay! Okay, so that was that. So dreams and desires. So we'll go into our gallery, check our pictures. Oh, we're missing one probably from the bad ending. Okay, so I'm not gonna hold on, we can so this would actually be cool because I wonder if that's actually what it says. I can't tell because I can't read. I recognize some of the symbols, and obviously I can read the hiragana, but I'm not gonna try to actually read that. It would be interesting one day though. Someday it'd be nice to pop back in here and be like, I know what that says! I can read it! Goals. So that's I love that. Heishi's face. Oh, and the precious prince. There's no other, wait. Yeah. I love his face. He's so happy. And then he's like, the fuck. It's great. Aww. So precious. I mean, good lord. Makoto Spacey. Girl. Look, and his hair's all down and not in his little bun. It's so cute. Oh. No, he's gone. We don't like that. We don't like him being gone. Again, look, his hair's all down. It's so funny seeing him with like, cause normally like his hair's all back, so it's so funny seeing him like the shaggy, super long hair. It doesn't even look right. Like, cause you're like, that's not Aratsuki. It's so funny. Aww. Look, I like his little man bun. Okay. Oh, happy. And we're back to the beginning. Yeah, so, I mean, I know some people might want me to leave it on that one, but actually, I think he looks the prettiest in this one. I mean, he looks the prettiest in the one where he's, like, throwing her in the water. I love that one, because it's just, he looks so, like, ridiculously happy, so, like, you know, it depends on the bad ending. Like, I don't think I want to, I don't know. That one might be tragic and sad, so maybe we'll leave it on the happy, Hot Springs one, but, we'll see. Anyway, yeah, so we'll do the tragic love ending in the next part. So, anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.